So now let's go and explore the calendar. So we've looked at mails and we've looked at contacts. So calendar is down here in the bottom left. And when I click on that, what it's now done is brought up my active calendars. Let's start off by looking at the different views that I can see. So here you can see a week view calendar. And in fact, you're seeing two calendars. You can see my default calendar, and also I've got another calendar that I created called Education. Now, what I can do is, first of all, I can see this on a day basis. So today, here we go, I'm looking at the calendar now, 8 o'clock till 5. And I can scroll up and down. I might want to look at a working week. Working week, of course, is Monday to Friday. And you'll see that in this working week that you can see that this area is all white. And if I scroll up, this is light blue. And that's because this is the non-working hours. You'll also notice that I've got a couple of meetings here, and I can double click on any of those meetings and they bring up more information. But you've got one meeting here that's actually dotted, and what this is a meeting that I haven't confirmed yet. Also, you can see that there's a little arrow down here. Do you see that? What that's actually saying is it's saying there's more appointments later on. And if I click on that, it comes straight away down to this meeting here. I might not want to see it in a working week. I might want to see it on a 7-day weekly. There we go. So now I've got Saturday and Sunday back. I might want to look from a monthly view. And a monthly view then allows me to see January nice and easy. And if I want to, of course, move to different months, I can just use these arrows here. I can use the arrows up here. I can select specific dates here. So the calendar is very intuitive to navigate around different times and dates. A great feature is if you press Control and G then brings up the Go To gate, and I can choose to go to a specific date and show in which sort of format, and click OK. So there are many ways to view your different calendars. Let's not forget at the very top, this is, remember, in the Home ribbon. Remember, the Home ribbon is showing you the most commonly used icons. But if I click on the view, we also have this information here, but I also can change the view to different styles. What I might want to do is see it in a list format, and now all of those dates are here in a list format. I'm going to, though, move it back to calendar. I do have an active list as well. And when I click on that, you'll see that some of these dates previously actually had passed and were in the past. So these are all our active dates. Let's go back to the calendar. And I'm going to go to the week view. And in the week view, I'm going to change the time scale. At the moment, these blocks here are on hourly. In fact, half hourly. What I might want to do is make them hourly. Means there's a little bit less space to write information to see things, but nevertheless, I might actually deal with hourly time slots. You might even, though, have more finite time slots. So you can go all the way down to 5 minutes. But of course, then your calendar might be very difficult to read. So I'm going to move mine back to 30 minutes, what it was before. Another thing to look at is on the left-hand side, you can have multiple calendars. So here, you can see that I've only got one calendar showing, the education one. If I click on calendar, I then have two different calendars here. You'll be able to see this more clearly if I go to the month view. In the month view, you'll see that the education calendar is in green and there's holiday, and the calendar, my default calendar, is in blue. So what this has now done is overlaid the calendars on top of each other. So I might want to add a new calendar. So if I right click in this group and type new calendar, and I'm going to call it personal. And now I have a brand new calendar here, personal. One of the things you'll notice is although these calendars here are all in the same line, calendar and education are on top of each other and personal is alongside. To change that, there's a little arrow here. That's overlay mode. If I click on that, suddenly that has now been overlaid. If I want to return and perhaps make them all separate, there we go. All my three calendars are separate. I like them overlaid, so I'm going to keep them overlaid here. The final thing to show you in this section is us looking at the different calendars is if I click on Home, and you'll see that when we go to the weekly view, I've got this light shaded area here illustrating non-working time. What happens if I worked in a country where perhaps it doesn't work Monday to Friday, but it works Sunday to Thursday? Well, if I click on this button here, it opens up the calendar options, and what it's actually done is it's taken me backstage. Another way, of course, I could do this is I could go File, Options, and then click on the Calendar tab here. So both ways are completely valid. And I could choose when my start time is and my end time, when my working week is, the first day of the week, the first day of the year, and there's a whole host of other options that you can choose for your calendar. So that's introduced you to the calendar and viewing the calendar in a number of different ways, and you'll find which is the most useful for yourself. Now, give it a go, have an explore, and let's then start creating meetings.